What's up and welcome back to the channel. Today is a huge day for Harry Potter and Hogwarts Legacy fans alike. We finally get unedited gameplay in the terms of a gameplay showcase from WB and Avalanche. I appreciate everyone that's coming to hang out and watch it with me. So go ahead and drop a thumbs up and let's talk about a few things before we get into the actual action at 1 o'clock. We have about 15 minutes. So my predictions, welcome everyone, by the way. My predictions, I know it says we're going to have combat, the castle, what were the other things? The character creator. And I think there's one more thing, but what I want to see is the UI, which is the other thing. I just want to see how the combat works, going through the UI, going through everything like that. So I want to hear what you guys want. What do you guys want out of this stream here? Making sure everything's set. Making sure all the volume is good. Perfect. Perfect. How is everyone doing? Good? We could try to pull up the old Hogwarts Legacy State of Play here while we wait. I want to see anything. Yeah, me too. I just want to play this. I can't wait anymore. Also, I want to see the map if it's huge. The map should be huge. Based on what the download side says, I mean 85 gigs on Steam. So that should be a hefty boy. 85 gigs on Steam. State of play. Let me know. This is muted. Let's see it load. Something's going on here today. There we go. Good evening, Alan. Get the state of play loaded up while we wait here. Let me know if the volume is too high, too low. Probably going to turn the state of play down because we've seen it before. Uh-oh, something's going on. I am most excited. Yeah, I'm excited for character creator. But I'm also excited to just see the UI, how things around the map are going to work, how the world is going to work. And I know James over at Expecto Go is hosting this, and that's just a huge testament to them being able to push out great content to us and have a connection with the community. We all love the game and we all want to see the game and play it early as content creators. But I'm going to stop playing this because that's causing some interruptions. But I think WB and Avalanche have done a great job of just connecting with the community. Based on everything they've showed us, it's going to be pre-recorded because I think James is actually home at this time. So it looks like and sounds like they recorded this event beforehand and they're going to go through it now. They already did it. They already put it out into the wild. That's just what it sounds like to me. There's over almost 10,000 people waiting for this to happen. 10,000 people waiting to watch this. Cool. Hope they aren't too many spoilers. What's up, Gerard? Yeah, The good thing that has been going on so far with everything is that they haven't really shown much of the story. I won't be able to watch. I'm at work. In terms of spoilers, they haven't showed much. They've showed a bunch of side missions and side quests, so I don't really think there's going to be too many actual story spoilers. No worries, Gerard. Work comes first, you know. You can see it after work. Hang in there. Yes, this will be going up as a video after, so make sure you smash that thumbs up, subscribe, the basic YouTube stuff, watch that video after, helps push it out to more people. So we are about 5, 6, 7 minutes away. I hate work though. I'll rewatch it. Yes, definitely. Yeah, work isn't fun, to say the least. I think we all want to do something and find something that we like to do, but kind of glad they're not showing story, but at the same time, I'm dying to know more. Yeah, me too. I am absolutely dying to know more. Let's see here. Pull up the chat. For me, options are limited as a 16-year-old. Are they? I work at a supermarket. I started working when I was 14 or 15, but it was completely under the table. You work at a supermarket. About a minute away from this actually going live. I wonder if this is how they'll introduce the Ravenclaw companion. That's a good question. I didn't think about that. The Ravenclaw companion. Uh-oh. My internet's been acting a fool today, so we'll see how this responds. Ooh. Spooky hour. I was gonna say, are you not gonna go full screen? Where'd my mouse go? There it is. Make sure this is in the best. The best of the best quality. That would be awesome. They could show us the Ravenclaw companion too. Yeah. I made a whole video on that Ravenclaw companion, and I kind of hope it changes based on what house you pick or what gender you pick, because then it would add a lot to just like the characters overall. Let me know also, music wise, if this is too loud. Voice, music, whatever, because it is. I need to turn it down my ear. It's humming. Gotta go. Gerard, I'll see you back if you come back. Thank you for stopping in. Three minutes. Good on our end. Perfect. What house are you guys? What house is everyone? I'm a Gryffindor, and I love Gryffindor, but I also like Ravenclaw. The house common rooms are fantastic. Slytherin 100%, Hufflepuff for life. Slytherin. You know, there's been a lot of Hufflepuffs that have crawled out of the woodwork here after the whole Hufflepuff companion and Hogwarts Legacy has started. There's been a lot of people that have come out as Hufflepuff, and I was surprised, honestly. I was honestly surprised at how many Hufflepuffs crawled out. I'm also curious to see, are they going to put a blog up? Because they've always done a blog on the PlayStation blog. So we'll take a look at that also, if they put that up eventually today after this. Because they usually drop a blog with it. Slytherin, but I also love Ravenclaw. This common room is so beautiful. Which one? My favorite's the Ravenclaw. The Ravenclaw is the best to me. Also, I know I've said it before, but thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you for enjoying or liking my content. It means the world to me. I started this as a passion project for you guys and to talk about Hogwarts Legacy, to talk about video games that I liked. So thank you. You've made me happy with the time that I've had to do this. I started in April, and it's been a fun ride. What's up, Mert? Welcome. After watching Retro Raconteur, if you haven't seen his most recent video about Hogwarts Legacy kind of changing your life and the game changing his life, give it a watch. It's Thanksgiving time, Thanksgiving season. It's got me in my feels, feeling thankful. All that jazz, all that ooey gooey jazz. The feeling thankful times. Oh, I'm so excited for this 40-second countdown. James, shout out to you, man. How long did you have to keep this a secret before you told everybody? He said months in his video. Months. Could you imagine hiding this little secret for months? Hugs from Brazil. Thank you. Hugs from Brazil, Maria. Uh-oh. 10 seconds. Here we go. All right, here we go. Lock in. I wish that was the collector's edition item. The castle, or any of these things. The collector's edition. Still bought it, though. Let me know if the sound needs to go up or down. Just drop it in the chat. Oh, I'm excited for Peeves. They didn't show him at all in the movies.
What's up, everybody? Welcome
What's up, Chandler?
to the first Hogwarts Legacy gameplay stream. I'm Chandler Wood, community manager here at Avalanche Software, and we've got a lot of really exciting stuff to show you today. But before we get into showing you the game and gameplay, I have a few wonderful guests that I need to introduce you to. First up, we have our community guest host. He brings you the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content.
What's up, James?
He's the local Merlin conspiracy theorist.
Guilty as charged, yes.
He wearing that yellow for Hufflepuff. You know he is.
James Whitehead.
Thanks, Chandler. Yes, I'm James Whitehead of Expecto Go, bringing you guys the latest and greatest in Hogwarts Legacy content. And
That's so exciting for him.
Of Expecto Go.
It's exciting for the whole community.
My wife, Sue, represents that other half. So I'm excited to be here, and thank you, Avalanche Software, for inviting me. I cannot wait to go over this gameplay. I just got to say that.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. And we've got two people from the studio, just two of the many people bringing this thing together, the magic of Hogwarts Legacy. Game director, Alan Tu.
Hello, everyone.
And senior environment artist and Hogwarts expert, Boston Madsen.
This is fantastic
So,
already.
Thank you for,
I haven't even seen the
taking time
gameplay,
out of your
and I already know it's
very
great.
busy schedules right now to sit down with us to help us show everybody gameplay.
Very
what
happy
we're
for
gonna be
him, very
showing
happy
you
for the whole
today,
community.
first,
Yes.
the character creator, because
It means they watch our stuff.
It's your legacy, and you have to create yourself when you get into to get into Hogwarts and bring your whole authentic self to Hogwarts. So we're going to show you that character creator. Then we're going to dive into a tour of Hogwarts, and it's just a small tour of Hogwarts, right? Because Hogwarts is huge. Hogwarts is really
I wonder
big.
how much they actually let him play.
So we're going to be showing you a little bit, but it's still
Or if they just let him touch a little bit of it.
And finally, ending up with combat. A little taste of combat, a little taste of how all that works.
So combat and the
Just
UI
a
is going to
little
be
taste,
pretty much together.
So we're excited to get there.
Also
But
with
again,
the
first and
Hogwarts tour,
foremost,
the
we need to
UI is
get
going to be there.
into this character creator, and James, with you here, we wanted to let you create this character. So Andrew, who is going to be doing all of our gameplay capture today,
Dang.
is going to be handling
So he's
the
not actually
controller.
playing it. Oh, he is. I was going to say. Oh. I was going to say.
What are we looking at right here on this screen?
These
Okay,
are
so we've
your
seen this.
presets. So a lot like other games, there's some initial settings that you can choose. for
Dang,
your
the
character,
diversity is crazy.
that just kind of get them into like the ballpark of what you want to be, who you want to be, and what you want to change.
Oh man.
And then once you're in
Still
that
6 at the
ballpark, all
top.
the other tabs let you dial that in, be exactly who you want to be. It's our goal with this is to make sure that for anyone that fantasized about bringing themselves to the school for the very first time, that they feel like they have the options in order to represent who they are and essentially bring themselves to Hogwarts or whatever character they want to bring to Hogwarts.
Oh my god, and options galore. Do you mind if I
Look at how many
put, like,
presets there are.
something
That's
here right quick?
30 at least.
Okay. All right. So, okay, yeah, that's me. That's me.
That's literally him.
That's me right there. All right, so that's step one.
We're
So,
pretty close, but let's look at everything
Okay,
here. You
let's
know,
go over
play
here.
around with some of these options.
I wonder if you can change the body type. I wonder if
all
they
right,
show
so
that.
What are we looking at with this option over here with the tab? I see face stuff.
Yeah, so a lot of the different faces that you saw in the
Okay, so
previous
still
screen,
face
all
wear.
those faces are choices that you have here. So you can now you're just kind of getting into the details in your face shape, in your skin color, and then because we knew a lot of people going right in are going to want it right away. Even though it's an option later in the game, you can collect different types of glasses, put them on later. We give you some options right up front.
So we were right about the skin color.
Oh,
All those
man.
dots
Oh my
being a
gosh,
skin
look at the
color.
structure of the faces.
Yeah, but
with
there's
this.
so many options, but
Wow,
you still
guys
there's still
are-
no sliders. It looks like so you can't change
I
like
like
each
that.
individual
I don't think my
cheek
face
or
is that
or
skinny,
eyebrow
but
unless they
I think
show
we'll
it
go
later.
that- I think we'll go that route.
There are a ton of
And down
presets.
here,
That's
is this-
15.
Those are your glasses
this
there.
gla-
Yeah.
Oh, so we could go Harry Potter if you want. Off the jump.
Look at those Harry Potter
Oh,
glasses.
man. And this is just some of the options, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so through the course of the
before?
game, there's a lot of different.
There's a
options that you
lot of
keep
options.
unlocking.
Okay.
So as part of kind of like gear for the character, there's lots of different classes. There's even masks. There's all kinds of things over the course of the game.
I like how it's all Victorian era, though.
Yeah,
Like,
right
it's
up front.
very
Such a good
authentic.
call. Such a good call. Oh my gosh. All right. So now.
Ooh.
We can go fleek on this one with the hair.
Ooh.
Oh.
I spend a lot of time here just like dreaming about my different characters.
There's
Oh
so many
my
different
gosh,
hair
there's
options.
The thing I'm always amazed by whenever I see any aspects of Hogwarts Legacy's character creator is just the
Diversity.
texture. And like you even
Texture
adding the
also.
bounce with the hair moving around. Yo, that kind of looks like Hermione a little bit. I'm not
Yeah,
even-
it looks
I'm
like
not Fred- I'm
year
not
one
Fred.
Hermione.
And we can just go, can I go like Tonks purple or green?
Oh.
Oh.
So they are playing with the hair
Yo.
color.
This is so cool. Oh, I like that. That is cute. Oh,
I'm just, like,
okay,
dumbfounded right now. I'm sorry.
Little behind the scenes. I used to have this type of hair, like way back.
Mm.
But
Was it purple?
Diversity
I
options are
wanted,
crazy.
Silver tips, so that was the closest I got to any color. But oh my gosh, this is so cool.
This
So
is-
you literally can bring yourself like
Hair
there's-
physics
there's a
look good. They
myriad
look so
of
good.
Textures and different hairstyles here. All right, so now we're getting over here to play around with
Scars,
These are more subtle
complexion.
options. We've
Okay.
got freckles, moles, different things like when it comes to your complexion, like darker eyes, maybe like some shading on the cheeks.
Oh man, You guys
Complexion, then
literally thought
freckles
of
and
it.
moles. Okay, so that's kind of what we guessed in our
Yes.
original video
They
for
do have a
character
bit of fun with
creator.
that. And then the scars are one
That
of those
one of
options where
each of them would be for one would
where
be
it
for
has
freckles,
unique
and then one would be
Yeah.
for
scar, but
like
you can come in with
complexion.
different scar
Yours.
options.
How
Yeah.
much there is.
Oh wow! Look at that. I didn't even see that.
Yo, Scars go
Those are my
crazy
favorite
in
ones.
games.
The eyebrow
Just
scars.
one right over the eye.
Love
Scars
it.
go
Yeah,
crazy.
You look kind
It's
of
a
like,
classic.
yeah, you look kind of just like tough. But anyway, so now we're over here. Oh man, you guys, this is so sick.
So again, they're kind of sticking
Again,
to
getting more subtle
presets.
here, you know, really like dialing in that face.
They're not really
really
letting you do like
Yeah,
fine
yeah,
tuning, at least what they're showing right now, unless they change it.
Reveal like I want to be with my facial features now. Just like, yeah, I kind of have a big face. Yeah, my eyebrows kind of.
Still though, also
but I mean,
very
literally,
realistic.
we have so
No
many
body
options
shape.
Just starting the game.
That seems a little
I feel like we
strange
would
for a
be here, like,
company
forever.
that's
You
been
need
pushing.
more.
And then this
Diversity.
final tab here, this is where you kind of bring your whole character.
Oh, here it is.
You know, this is where you finalize everything.
Voice.
You're not choosing your house here.
Okay.
That's
Pitch.
not yet.
That was a
Difficulty.
theory.
But
Witch
you
or
know, here's where you
wizard.
bring,
Okay.
you choose voice 1 or voice 2, which is more kind of a masculine or a feminine voice, and then even within that,
Choose your
change the
dormitory.
pitch,
Oh, with
the pitch slider.
So they avoided
It's a
the whole
subtle
gender
slider,
thing
but
by
yeah,
saying
you can hear it.
dormitory.
Concerned about. That was quite something.
And so you can kind of make out the differences. But yeah, you choose which kind of voice that you want.
No body
You'll be
shape
selecting
sad.
your difficulty here. For
Yeah.
today, we'll just go normal because
Okay.
Andrew's going to be taking us through some of the experiences with combat later.
And we can
So
talk a little
James
more about
isn't
difficulty,
playing.
yeah, with combat and how that plays in.
That is a
But I
big
think
question.
the important thing here is like if
Oh.
for people who aren't gamers especially,
Right.
story mode is a way to get into this without being worried about like, oh, do I need
Story
to
mode's
do
a good
anything?
accessibility
Now just
option.
Enjoy this game.
And I will put expecto and then go.
It's-
We're good. We're good. Awesome.
and then whether you want to be witch or wizard.
Amazing.
What do you think, character creator? We're good.
I'm good.
So,
Let's
Can
see
you
what
make
Hogwarts
a
is. We can-
masculine character
Through
and
the
go
magic
witch?
of,
go in the
using a dev kit,
witch?
We're gonna be loading up a save a little later in.
There is difficulty
so
options.
we
I thought
can
there
show
wasn't.
you more about Hogwarts and give you that taste of combat. All right, Andrew's got some gameplay
Ooh!
pulled up for us here. We are.
There is the
starting
bottom
out,
right.
James, there you are. You're wearing the house
Dang.
robes from the account linking.
So James
Yeah,
isn't
I do
playing.
look good. And this is our first look
The
at
mini
Hogwarts
map?
common room, I'm assuming. I mean,
The-
dorm
the
room.
dorm room,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. This is awesome. But Alan, what are we seeing right here with the UI? Because this is our
I
first
am
look.
blown away right now.
So right now, we know there's been a lot of questions about the HUD because this is the first time we're
Yo.
showing it. So
Well, it
kinda
leaked.
going over it from right to left. On the bottom right is what we call our spell diamond.
Mhm.
So those are everything that you see in it are slottable spells. So we have over 20 slottable spells that you can earn over the course of the game.
Okay, they said
And
dozens.
that's where the player can place them and use them and access them very quickly. To the top left of that is you'll see
Oh,
the
it goes
D-pad, and
crazy.
on the left is an eyeball, and on the right is a bit of a grid. So the eyeball is an example of one of not a slottable spell, but what we call an essential spell. There are certain spells that are used in very specific contexts, or that we just want on the controller at all
Mhm,
times.
mhm.
And Revelio is one of those. That's
Okay.
left on the D-pad. On the right on the
Revelio.
D-pad is that grid represents where you might slot spells. And so
Okay.
right now, today, we're not going to be
Mm.
going into the spell slotting menu because we feel like there's a lot of spoilers there. You know, like what are all the spells and what can we do?
I would like spoilers, but I
know.
understand.
But we do want to make sure there's still some goodies left to share with
Mhm.
everyone. And
So
then,
Revelio's
on
always
the
on the
left side,
menu.
That thing that has the L1 button next to it.
Uh-huh.
That's another thing where we don't want to spoil, but basically that's where you access your tool wheel. So there's a lot of
Your
magical
potions.
tools that you're going to be kind of brewing
Dang, you can
and
eat an apple.
growing over the course of the game. And so that's where you would access them rapidly is our tool wheel.
Okay, cool.
There are a few things that I left off the table on the
So
right.
you have a pet?
The green bar is your health, and basically there's a potion next to it. That's how you might heal.
Mhm.
The bar above it, we're keeping a secret for now. I apologize. And
That must be your ancient
all the way
magic,
on
your
the
mana
left
meter.
Is our mini map with a kind of overhead view of where you are currently
Yeah.
in your common room that updates as you travel through Hogwarts and beyond out into the world. And for those fans out there that aren't a huge fan of mini maps, because we know they exist,
The mini
there's
map
also
could look a little
options to
more
move the
clear.
mini-map
Oh,
and
cool.
turn
In
on
my
and off
opinion.
different elements
Not trying to be
of
negative.
our HUD.
The mini map could look a little
yourself.
clearer
Yeah,
based on
yeah,
everything else that's on this
And
screen
we'll
right
go more
now,
into the
looking
spells as we get into
pristine.
combat, but that's what you're seeing there, and this is our HUD.
Also, Andrew's giving us a good look over
There
here.
is
I
a
wanna call
couple
out,
stutters I can see, yeah.
I'm a big fan of the bedside tables in the dormitories. Very nice bedside tables.
They are nice bedside tables.
Yeah.
The honey-colored wood was mentioned in the writing. It's part of lore.
It's part of lore. There we go. All right.
So now we're walking out into
We really tried making these low-ceilinged dorms to give you that badger set.
yeah.
The
So,
badger
the
hole
first
feel.
thing I know is the music.
Hey, they just walk
is
through.
Amazing with this.
Gorgeous.
And I'm calling out here, this is unique music that you're hearing for the Hufflepuff Common Room. Go back to those
Ooh.
Common Room videos we released. You'll notice the music's a little bit different, and then
Blue
it's
flame.
entirely intentional.
There's a flue flame.
We just want to welcome you to your common room in every single house, just a little bit differently. You can customize that experience right away.
Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Look at that.
Can you sit down with
Beautiful
those people or
design.
just talk to them?
We could spend like the entire rest of the stream just in the Common Room here and talking about it, and I'm sure Boston and James could be like just geeking out over it.
All the details come from J.K. Rowling.
The minimap looks like the minimap from The Witcher 3.
round
Yeah,
doors,
it does. It looks a little
leaning
outdated.
pines, even the dancing badgers on the
It's
fireplace.
got a real earthy vibe.
Like it just needs a
Yeah.
graphical
Very,
update.
very earthy.
Which is like elements.
It's beautiful.
for each of
It
the
is.
houses, right? Like,
The
Hufflepuff
whole
is
thing
earth,
so far is
Ravenclaw
beautiful. You can
air,
see there's a
Gryffindor
little
is
bit of
fire,
stutter
Slytherin
though,
is
a little
water.
pop
We
in.
really leaned into that for each common room.
Wow.
So it feels earthy. We've got a little earthen passageway. That's what we were.
It
Hopefully,
might
it
just
should
be the
feel very
compression
familiar.
through
Yeah,
stream.
It does.
But I know you don't want to leave, but we're gonna be
Too
leaving.
yellow for me. Least favorite common room.
I understand. Whoa, the sound effects though. Like.
Oh,
looking
so there's
back
no
at
loading
past
screen there.
episodes, just music,
You can
but
just
kind
walk
of
in and out.
hearing How Hogwarts is now. It's so
Oh.
cool.
Pretty tactile.
Yeah.
Andrew's going to make use of one of our spells, Revelio.
Use
Revelio.
Revelio right here because there's a little magic going on.
You notice a little something there.
The field guide. Oh, it
Yeah.
came into play immediately.
So,
I know the Hufflepuff
these
common room.
are something that we kind of interchangeably call
Yup.
Revelio pages or lore pages, and you'll notice a bunch of things pop up on the screen.
That's
Yeah,
straight from
You
the
see
book.
that we got some
XP.
XP for it.
XP.
And you can also see that we've advanced something called like a field guide challenge up in the
okay.
corner.
Uh-huh.
So I want to talk
Okay.
about that a little bit. So we had to ask ourselves, what?
Continue, I'm sorry. Continue.
There may be something you may or may not be able to
Yeah.
tickle there.
Yeah.
Time to fix the frame rate.
In our game, we had to answer the question, we're a late fifth year. What does that mean? How do we catch up to the other students?
Mhm, mhm.
okay.
And so
Beeves!
we have an answer to that question, and it's
Show us the room
given to you
requirements.
by the staff. So there's something that we call the Wizard's Field Guide that's granted
Oh,
to you
they're talking about
early
field
on in the
guide.
game. And the Wizard's Field Guide is how you actually work on catching up with the other students. So Andrew, if you hit pause for me up here.
No loading
before you
screens
move
yet.
forward a little bit.
Another
you can see in our
flue
pause
flame.
Menu, it's got this book theme.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's your Wizard's Field Guide, and you can see your house kind of
Right
crest
in the middle,
overlaid
yeah.
over it.
Okay,
right? And you
okay.
can see that on your
Collection.
level as well. So that the Field Guide has this magical
Oh
property
my
of looking
gosh.
out into the world around you. And the reason why it's on loan from the Ministry of Magic and the professors
So
have
cool.
granted it to you as a late fifth year student is because they want it to help you catch up to the other kids.
Mhm.
And its magical property is to discover different
Yo.
opportunities to learn and grow all around you. So the way it works is as you discover gameplay in the game, it actually recognizes that as a challenge, which is kind of
On the bottom.
locked into there.
Okay.
And Andrew, if you go in there, you'll see different types of challenges. that
They
are
could show
combat
graphics
challenges,
mode.
quest
Oh my gosh,
challenges,
there's so much going on.
exploration challenges. And you can see field guide pages are on there as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
1%. We unlocked that one field guide page. right?
1%, that
entire
means there's
category
100
is one of the
pages.
ways that the book itself kind of fills out into the school and spills out into the school and kind of hides itself with different types of challenges and different things to do around the school that you're
That is
actually going
so
to
cool.
interact with to help you grow as a wizard and practice your spells. And so that thing that we just saw is not just a field guide challenge and a way to earn
Yeah.
XP. It's also something that that players can use to learn about the school as they're traveling around. They spot these little secret facts and they can kind of play a little bit of a game discovering all of them. And there are over 100 field guide pages just in Hogwarts alone. So,
So this is what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
All this looks so good except the mini-map.
all
Why
the
does the mini-map
portraits.
look like that?
And I did notice the
Flue
flame
flame
just
discovered.
ignite right there, which was so cool.
When you walked by, you didn't
Oh,
even have to
man.
do
Fast
anything.
travel points there.
So you get
House
fast travel points.
hourglasses, We had to. How much fun was it designing those and putting all
Oh, they're
those in?
gorgeous.
The
But-
house.
But
That they're there just like in the books.
Yes.
Right
It's
next
a
to the
nod.
Great
Oh
Hall.
my-
it's a nod
Yeah.
to lore. House points is not a core mechanic or system.
Oh,
of the game.
wow.
It is
we didn't turn it
narratively.
into like a
Come
gameplay
on.
system, but it's definitely present throughout our narrative. And there are lots of choices where we want to nod to things
Give
that
us
aren't necessarily gameplay
the house
systems,
cup.
but we nod to them as
Give us
as part
house
of the narrative.
points.
Over to the right
Part of the
there,
wizard
Andrew
world.
was teasing. That's the Great
Great
Hall
Hall.
over through
Yeah.
those doors. Again, we're not going there. He's just kind of like, no.
Cool.
Look at everything moving. Everything's
Here's
just
another
so
collectible
alive.
page. Just again showing you like just these things around Hogwarts that you
So
can
Accio.
do and pick up and
That's a shot
Did he have
straight
to
from the
press
trailer, too.
something for that? I didn't
part right
catch
there.
that.
I recognize
We
that.
might be giving you a little fan service here with callbacks to those. So,
And this must be summertime because I noticed these are the summertime windows. These windows will change with the seasons.
Yeah, the detail they put in this is kind of it. I get surprised by it all the time.
That's
didn't
a
even know that was a
sentient
thing.
magic castle. So.
Go outside. Go outside. Go outside.
And we're going out. Look at that.
This is where
Yeah, they
students
could
would
change
normally
it. They
kind
could
of
upgrade the
congregate, just,
graphics
kind
for
of
the mini
chill
map.
out,
That would be
play,
easy.
meet each other outside the Great Hall before and after meals.
Oh my. Look at how small you are compared to everything.
I love the way that when the castle interconnects to, that it interconnects
He's
outside,
panning so
inside.
far.
There are pathways on both sides of things, so you really get a
Wha-
sense of scope to how
Yep,
big
you don't
this
have to do
castle
anything,
is.
when you
just
see
move right
things,
by
like,
it.
You'll notice a bridge over there. That's a place you can go to and cross. Like
Yeah.
everything that you see is a place that you can visit.
Wow.
We tried so.
Yeah, I don't think they
a lot of
will,
effort in making
unless
it
they get a lot of
really
pushback.
alive, not just with student population, but even just the greenery and stuff. It's
Look at how
and
small you are
this
compared to the
castle's been here for
castle.
hundreds of years, so it just kind of the
It's just-
moss and all the trees that have overgrown it, and
I'm so mind blown right now.
that landscape, that
This
Scottish.
location might look a little familiar to you.
I thought I recognized it. I believe this is from the Spring ASMR, and yes, so
There it
that
is.
puzzle right there, that view. Andrew is taking us right back to
I am
that.
going to tell Andrew not to interact with
At
that
least
puzzle and
NPC
to keep
people
moving
have mods to
on.
help with that. Yep.
Oh,
Look at this
Can't
world,
spoil
bro. How could we
everything.
wait
Gotta give
3
you
more
everything,
months?
right?
Hogwarts
It's,
contains a lot of secrets.
Luckily, playing God of War will tide my mind over, but holy
but this
crap.
is, this grand
Combat,
entryway
combat,
right here
combat.
coming down into
Show us.
a really kind of central area.
Yeah, we're coming upon the central hall, and we pointed out the
Oh
greenhouse
my-
outside, and we'll notice when we get down there that it's on the right.
This is a big hub of the school. Like it's a big castle, but it is designed.
just
so you
blown
shouldn't
away.
get very lost. This is kind of a grand central station.
I love that. I love
Each
that.
direction, it's green over there, so the greenhouse is over there. Transfiguration courtyard, the library straight ahead. So it's kind of the hub
Oh my
of
god.
a lot of the castle.
Even the color visually, you can
Oh
just
my
tell, okay,
gosh.
green,
Oh, green, go that
greenhouse.
way.
Oh my god.
A lot of it'll be subconscious, but
Yeah.
it'll help you really learn the castle and feel like you know your way around.
I hope they change the combat. Yeah, I don't
It's not
really
to say that
know.
it's easy to
We'll
learn.
see.
All of us here still
I just-
get pretty
I hope
lost
they
in
don't
it.
have
It
those
is a
heavy
castle.
hues
It is
in
a
every
castle.
room because the yellow is just too much of the Hufflepuff common room. It's just too much.
I love that Andrew's definitely teasing a lot of things here. I'm noticing he's swinging the camera this way and that.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid stuff
Yeah.
also.
He's got this grin on his face over there that's just like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm
A little
doing.
pop in there.
That dragon. Oh my god.
This is another location where the students will gather.
Oh, that girl's got a
and
quest.
just kind of chill out.
And an
Nelly.
opportunity to talk to somebody. Get
Nelly
a
Ogspire.
quest giver here.
I wonder how many
Is
questions.
everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nelly, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Mole, conjured them to protect the contents of certain
Eupraxia
locked
Mole.
cabinets years ago. Professor
So
Black couldn't
so
be
she's not here
bothered to
anymore.
disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to
Professor
catch one.
Black, Phineas Nigellus Black
Why would I do
confirmed.
that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can
Yeah,
manage
Nelly
to get
wants
the key into
something.
the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Yeah, show us the world map. Say, okay, so this looks a lot like Outer
Perhaps I'll give it
Worlds
a
or
go.
I
Fallout,
hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower.
where
You
they're
should
like
listen for
going
them.
back and forth between the person and the
So it's
other
kind of
person,
side
and
quests
then
are really, it's a cool
the
way to
mission
interact
answers.
with your fellow
That looks a
students,
lot
with
like
perhaps
Outer
other
World.
teachers, with various things like that, as well as teach you some more of the secrets of Hogwarts. I think there's a
Teach
little
us.
bit of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the students are a way to kind of like flesh out the school.
How long has this been
opportunities
so far?
around it, what we can do, and then those
20
interactions,
minutes?
different interactions with different
Oh,
characters.
fastest 20 minutes of my
can
life.
also offer different choice points for the player, and then some of those things can affect
Transfiguration
things game-wide.
courtyard,
Some of these
okay.
affect characters' lives.
Show us classes?
Ending of the game.
Classes?
And sometimes it's just about you being a little bit of a nice
Sometimes
Yeah,
guy or
it
Jane
does
and
look like the
just-
Assassin's Creed games.
So the scale really varies, but those opportunities.
Another
exist.
quest over there.
Wow, look at this.
This is the Dada Defense Against the Dark Arts.
Dada.
Power.
Which this
Professor
is one of my
Hackett.
favorite locations in.
Are we gonna get an actual pronunciation for it? If it's Heket or Hackett or Hecate?
The richness of
It
this
is
area
very iconic, very unique to anywhere else in the castle.
There's
somebody
been at
else
least
that we
3 or
could
4
talk to,
quest givers.
notably a younger student.
Yeah, she looks like a first
Zenobia Nope.
11-year-old.
Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl
No.
whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Ravenclaw companion. Confirmed. Confirmed. Spoilers.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoil sports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game.
Little
and if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones.
I haven't much interest
There
in
are
a game that
minor
sprays you
students
with
too, yup.
odors.
Only if
Mini
you
map
lose,
GPS
which
system
I
built in.
never do.
I'll need to take another
Or
look at it.
least, not often. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Sounds as if you caused the smelly situation and they responded accordingly.
I didn't make the rules. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on
I
my
hate
own.
modern mini
I
maps.
don't
They're
think
so
I know the
important.
necessary
But no dev
spells
team
yet.
has figured out how to do it
I need
right.
someone,
It just
perhaps
looks
a
graphically
selfless and
bad.
talented fifth year to help me.
Oh, her voice acting or her lip sync was off.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd
Dang, he just
appreciate
did
the
not help her.
If you do find all of my gobstones,
He just dipped out of that
do come and
conversation.
see me again.
See ya.
I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
I love that interaction with her because there's so many
Work
ways that
in
you can go with
progress
that.
in-game
You can,
footage.
you can feel for her. You can be a jerk to her. You can be like, Gobstone sounds
Dang, the
awful. It
lighting
sounds
on
like
the
you're just
stairs right there.
mean, Like,
Yeah, and your opportunities to be mean there aren't over. So.
yeah,
Morgana?
they
Merlin?
continue.
Merlin?
That's a good example
Morgana?
of the-
Gobstones too. I know people are gonna ask. Gobstones
Confirmed?
playable? They mentioned it, right?
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, this is
Gobstones one of the
iconic.
things that is not playable in the game. I know we've had to rip the Band-Aid off on a few things. Honestly, it's it's an amazing thing on the franchise how many things about this like speak to us as fans and that we want to turn into gameplay. And there were calls that we had to make over the course of production of kind of like which things we will and won't include in the bucket, just kind of for the
Gobstones,
overall health of
Wizard's
the thing.
chest.
Those are things that aren't featured.
Aren't featured.
Yeah.
They're featured within the world. Right?
I'm glad they're mentioned. They're a part of the wizarding world.
Yeah.
I wish they
Every
would
single
show
time
them
there's
less,
something
so we have
regretted
just the
because we couldn't
gameplay, but
include it. We also tried to figure out
hopefully
ways to
they
make
upload
sure that
it
included in the narrative,
sooner
included in the
or
stories,
like
make sure
after
that there's a
the
way to kind
the
of, like,
stream.
acknowledge it, touch it, and make it feel like it's definitely part of the world.
Like this. I just want this view all the time.
I see
We're
your
like,
reaction.
you're getting-
I was like,
Show us
where
classes.
is
Yes,
Defense
yes.
Against the Dark Arts class? I recognize that staircase to the left where we were just at. Andrew was walking by. I
It's the
also
professor
recognize
classroom, or the
dragon at
professor
very
staircase.
top. Oh my gosh.
Being in a classroom, I think this is a good opportunity to talk about how classes work because we've gotten a lot of questions about that. Is it a schedule-based system? Is it so,
Okay.
So tell us how classes work.
Yeah, so ultimately decided not to go the sim route. So I think like one of the speculations was, is there time of day and that kind of thing. Like, can I miss class at this time of day? and
There
that kind of
is a
thing.
day-night cycle.
Yeah, there is a day-night cycle, but
Okay.
but everything is very narrative-based, and so there's a big mystery going on in the world. There's something happening in the narrative, and we essentially see it as kind of like chapters in that narrative. Each chapter
So
of
you
which
can't
has a set of
actually go to
missions that you can
class
choose
in a
between as you're
school game.
progressing through the game, and classes fit within that structure. So there are mainline things that the players have to do, and then classes also appear on the sides as well as optional things that help you advance your spells. It's absolutely
Okay.
true that classes provide all of your major tools throughout the gameplay, your spells, your major abilities. You get to know the professors. Each one of them has these bespoke kind of events and moments in those missions. And then there are also additional opportunities
Yeah,
outside
so
of
like
that
Bully.
through kind of like side classroom missions, essentially, where you can learn additional spells or things that you need in your adventure, and also get to know the professors better.
And I just want to call
You
out something
can't really
that
go to
Andrew's
them.
been kind of showing off, ways to kind of interact with the environment.
I mean, you
and
can.
just engage with the world, and maybe down there he's sipping some tea
Yeah,
with
I saw that.
Victorian high,
Yeah.
little
high society.
high society.
And it's no wonder you like this area because we built it for like the purebloods
Oh.
and the Slytherins.
Oh,
and
come on.
Look at that.
Well, like speaking of lived in, like the sound effects again, the chatter of the communication that's
Was that
happening
Quidditch
and
being
the
played?
Footsteps, like it just makes it feel more alive.
Little events like that, the brooms going
I
by
just saw a broom
overhead.
go by. Love that.
Yeah. Drinking tea over here.
The
I wanna see
data
how these
tower
spells
was one
work. Let's
example,
go.
but, no two hallways should look the same in Hogwarts. It has a lot of personality. Every hallway should be a little bit different, and that's mostly to help orient the player.
Right.
Help you not get lost.
Right.
But this is Hesperus Hall. That's
Dude,
a little nod from
I am
Marauders.
hyped
A name that
right
came
now.
from Marauders map.
Turn
Every
to
hallway will
10.
have a little bit of a different personality, and
Uh-oh. Don't die on us here. There you go.
Personality. I like that because
Yeah,
it
a
gives
lot of
it does like
character.
Hogwarts has character. Hogwarts is its own character no matter where you go.
Yeah.
Feels just a little bit different.
Yeah.
it's a sentient castle full of magic for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
It's going to kind of
And
grow
full
and
of,
develop. Oh, I heard something.
Yeah. Speaking of characters.
Speaking of magic,
Peeves!
Mr. Magic himself.
My teacher poltergeist too.
Hey.
We talked
I'm gonna
about
bully
building on lore,
Peeves.
too. I know there's that statue over to the
Oh,
side.
yeah?
That's
Do you know who that is?
Lachlan the Lanky,
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
got his Bowtruckle friend.
I'm not
I think if
one to
players
ever
don't know,
promote
there's another
bullying, but
Revelio page
to bully
there.
a bully,
Yeah, there's a map of our
Let me
culture.
at him.
We know the fat lady hides there.
Hides behind it. That's right.
The third book. But sometimes a hallway has personality by how it looks, or we just passed a music hallway where the portraits have kind of taken it over, and
Revelio,
so
hit
the
that.
sound makes it really unique.
All right, I gotta call this out here. I know there's been some criticism in the past that our
Uh-oh.
trailers and our gameplay and what we've shown so far has not had enough owls. Okay, so here we are at the owlery. We're looking directly at the owlery to show you all of the owls.
It's a lot of
Oh, so you can
There's a
zoom
lot of
in.
owls at the owlery.
You can
A
like
lot
zoom.
of
the
fog
owls.
rolling down that.
Great call.
Also haven't
Great
mentioned
call.
this.
No,
They're playing on
love that
PlayStation.
as
Keep the
One
L1,
of my favorite things about
R2.
just kind of going around on the outside of the school is that all those things that
You're gonna be
see are
bros with
places that I
Peeves?
can go to, that I can visit. I just love that.
It'll be
sensation of
interesting to
that.
see
Lovely Scottish countryside.
We're kind of closing out our
If you
our
can be
mini
friends with
tour
him.
of Hogwarts, and again, it was but a fraction of this enormous castle.
Hey!
But we're closing it out here in
My
the
dogs
clock
start
tower,
barking over here.
so another recognizable location.
Yeah.
But this is where Crossed Wands, which is the secret, not so secret dueling club, is that the students have put together. Professors definitely know about it, but they think they're being clever. And it's run by this Luke and Brattleby here.
So
Moves
Crossed
in every
Wands
year, but we
is a
kinda like that this-
public
yeah, that he's running things.
secret club.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you
The
a
school
list of
changed very
combinations to
much,
practice.
yeah.
Ready to have a try now?
So this little like 10-year-old is gonna teach us how to use spells
That
when we're a
would be
5th year.
wonderful.
Be sure to cast all your spells before the dummy lands. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
And this is a really good opportunity to now jump into combat, because really in the game this is going to be
Okay, here we go.
the first time where you yourself get to learn about combat and combos in a big way and in a new way. For me personally, this was where the game like really starts to open up to the possibilities.
Yeah. So we've set up a training dummy, and this is kind of an activity where you're supposed to execute according to kind of the iconography on the top. Now, what we see on the top is the Accio spell, followed by 4 what we just kind of lovingly refer to as basic shots. There's certain spells what the wizards kind of like use, just kind of fling. Andrew's using one now.
Okay, how's it
And
work
you
though?
trigger that by tapping R2 on your controller. So you can see in the corner R2. So if you tap R2, that throws out a basic shot. But that R2 is also your
Okay.
gateway to all of the spells that you might slot. So if you
Okay.
hold R2 instead, you can see how the diamond expands. And if we let go, you see how it
Oh.
contracts.
Yeah.
And so if you hold it again, it expands. And so when it expands, then all the spells that you slotted while you're holding that button can now be tapped with your face buttons.
Awesome.
And not only that, but over the course of the game, you can
So you're
gain,
kind of right.
additional spell diamonds, up to 4 additional ones, so that
Lumos.
you can slot up to 16 spells, pretty much instantly. And then that helped us fulfill the fantasy of in combat, I need to be able to access things very rapidly.
Yeah.
And so
Wait,
you
what?
learn over the course of these events, how to juggle not just the spell casting, but also it reinforces an understanding of another feature of the wheel, which is their cooldowns. So as you're casting spells, just to make sure that you're not just kind of like repeatedly using one thing over and over and over again, you can see cooldowns on the spells that he's using on the wheel. And then as you progress through the game, there are different things that can affect things like cooldowns through your talents, different things that allow you to kind of like juggle and adjust.
Right. Why is combat in the middle of school? So if you can slot 16, it has to be all 4 bumpers. So hold L2 and hit all 4.
And that's how you access all those.
Oh man, it looks like we're about to get some action over here.
1v1 combat looking good. Yeah.
So this is a great way to kind of learn how to
Ooh, Leviosa.
pull things together.
So you
pull those
Leviosa
combos
right
together.
Here.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Tap, tap, tap. Awesome.
Well
Good
done,
job,
Andrew.
Andrew.
And that's just against the dummy, but I mean,
I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
But I'd say that's enough
I
practice.
say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Oh my
I think now we
gosh.
can take on something a little more challenging. It's going to shoot back.
Ooh.
Now let's talk about some more features.
180
of
XP
the
for
combat
beating up a dummy. Catch me
Hello,
in there
Luton.
beating up that
Is
dummy the
next
whole
round of
day.
crossed ones all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great
Catch
match
me in
lined
there.
up. Ready for another round?
We're on a PS5 dev kit here, so we're going to be able to kind of pause
I'm
the
ready.
pause the action
Yeah.
and talk about what you're seeing on the screen, because there's about to be a lot going on.
Okay.
Wait, you can choose who you want to battle. Natsai or
Here you
Sebastian?
can select.
Give
if
me
you wanna fight
Natsai.
with
Natsai,
somebody
Natsai,
else,
Natsai.
some of
One
your
of the other
classmates.
students.
But in this case, we're not. We want that action to feel a little more frantic towards you to really get you that sense of
Aw.
combat.
I already dueled Sebastian in the state of play. I wanted to duel
got
Natsai.
quite the reputation because they've got you up against 3 people.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Off the jump.
Weasley? Red hair? Gryffindor?
So I can explain this just because I know people are going to
Weasley?
go into it, but we can probably just kind of jump in.
Lock,
You're not the
change
only one that has
targets. Okay,
Portkey
so there's a
ability
lock
to
on.
deflect. The enemies do too. And we actually play with that when it comes to the spell casting. So you notice that there are different colored kind of shields around the different characters. And you also notice that your spells have different colors on them.
Hector
So
Jenkins.
to help players understand kind of
So
like the
not a
function of their
Weasley.
spells, we kind of put them into brackets. So there are damage spells, there are force spells, there are I'm forgetting the other one, all of a sudden, control spells. And so those things for the player, they wind up also being a color indicator for
There's so much
which
content going
actual
on
spell
here.
to use to break the different shields that enemies can use.
That's
That way it rewards kind of like that close
Right,
attention that you're paying
And we've-
So
on.
where's the
We've got this
accessibility for
paused here now, and
colorblind
you can kind
mode?
of see all the elements on the screen, the halo around the avatar's head, each of the different shields, to kind of give us a breakdown of what's
Give us a
going
breakdown of different things that you're saying. So you notice at the top that we're kind of like calling out which enemy you currently have targeted and their level and health. And so, as you target different characters, you'll be able to get that breakdown.
Constance
The,
Dagworth.
The halo over your head, whenever an enemy is about to an attack, it's almost like you have a little bit of a sixth sense for those things that are coming. If you see the halo, it means there's an incoming attack. And if you tap the triangle button by default, then that you'll be able to deflect that attack that comes in and off with your take.
And I love that deflect where it goes off and like hits things up and kind of breaks things off walls.
Ooh, destructible
Also,
environment.
If you hold the button, then it doesn't just deflect. It also deflects and turns around with a counter attack stupefy that actually stuns the enemy. And you can use that even in your combos and stuff. So if you're focused on a character, and you're doing your thing, and someone else attacks you, you can actually turn that attack into a direct.
Don't break now.
attack
Come
the
on.
person
There
that's
you go.
comboing.
Back into gameplay here. Andrew's gonna pretty handily finish these other students off here. Win this
Look
duel.
how fast it is.
Ooh, the combat looks smooth. That was a complaint of mine.
Yeah, we really felt like in the movies, there's almost like it's kind of like there's this
He
element
loses
of
train
kinda
of
like
thought.
fencing from a very great distance,
that's such
and
a good
It
call.
does look
and
faster.
there are a lot of things that we had to do with our controls and combat system in order to kind of
was
capitalize
too
on that
easy.
idea that's pretty unique to the Wizarding world.
I'll have to go back and I'm
Perhaps you
gonna
should try that
comb
next
through this
time.
whole thing, and
The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but after that
probably
last round,
next week I'll have a
they'll
lot more
really have it in
videos
for
on the
you.
whole breakdown of this.
You'd better
But
keep practicing if you want a chance at winning.
that
or at
looked
least
like they were
surviving
still
the next
standing
round.
around to me, and that was my
I'll let you
biggest
know when we're
concern.
ready. Hope to
That
see you then.
that you would have 3 enemies and they would just be
The
standing
next
there
round is
waiting
for
like,
all the gobstones,
I'm gonna
so
attack
play.
you. I don't know. It looked significantly better than what we've seen so far and more fluid than what we've seen though.
For what we wanted to show you,
No.
character creator, tour of Hogwarts, and just that little taste of combat. But we didn't want to leave you without maybe a little
38
taste
minutes.
of something that we're
Uh-oh.
may show in the future, may show next time.
Ravenclaw?
You know, so leaving the castle, going out here.
Quidditch pitch is out here.
More owls confirmed.
Owl mail. There's
They
the owlery
troll us with
again.
that.
Yes, all of the owls. But yeah, just heading out here again to show you like from Hogwarts to the world beyond Hogwarts.
Yes, please
And,
show the world map.
this is not somewhere where we're going today, but we will definitely be taking you in the future.
Oh, show us the map. Show the map.
Glimpse at
Show the
scale of
map.
the castle back there. All right, so we're gonna wrap things up here, but I hope you guys have enjoyed everything that you've seen. But I think, James, you may have a few other questions here at the end of things.
Come on, James.
So
Yes.
while we're done with what we're showing on the gameplay side, I know there's a few things that you want to pick Alan and Boston's brains about.
I would love that because there's a lot.
So this is 46 minutes. Someone leaked that. He
All
get
right,
out his phone.
So, some of these questions we did pull from the community secretly, but I did pull from the community. So,
And also from, I mean, going through this, I
Based
feel like
off of-
you've come up with some things you want to talk a little more about. I'm sure.
elaborate on because we went through character customization, Hogwarts itself, and even combat. So this would be like for the both of you guys. Will we be able to go back and change our character creation if we don't like it?
So not everything, but there are certain things with hairstyle, hair color.
Yeah.
So kind of like core shapes, you know, like with the body and face, not after the fact.
Okay.
But there
So
are
no
lots of things. There's
beards.
kind of like a barbershop in Hogsmeade that you can go to.
You can
and
change your
of course,
hair.
Barber.
Customize, yeah.
You could change your hair color for holidays or something, right?
Oh my gosh, that would be so cool.
And the game
They
features a
thought about
lot
that
of,
answer.
Appearance customization in it. So there's a ton of options there.
I love his
that's-
hand
that's-
movements.
In terms of like your character and stuff that you have, the character creator, it's like a smaller set of what you saw there.
Okay. Oh my gosh, awesome, awesome. Next question: what kind of leisurely activity can we do? Can we study with our free time? I mean, what will we be doing just hanging out in Hogwarts?
Because as you progress through the game, there's a bunch of different missions that open up. Most of them are driven by different characters' personalities. You know, some of them want help getting up to hijinks, or some of them want to just explore secrets in the castle because there are new secrets in our castle to explore. And so, so I think there's a bunch of things to do. And when it comes to class, as I mentioned earlier, it's not just kind of like the mainline stuff. There are kind of like extracurricular assignments, some of which are optional, some of which are kind of like blockers for main mission. Kind of like you can't go on this mission until you have the spell. And then the spell is open, you know, the assignment and how you complete it with your professor.
Interesting.
And so there are opportunities to study, so to speak, like with that. But they do all take the form of our mission structure.
As you mentioned.
Interesting.
Earlier. Wow. Let's get into some combat right quick. Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal?
Do spells have different levels, or are they all equal? I'm trying to think of how to describe that. So each spell has kind of like its own core identity and what.
So
it
can
does
you
in the
upgrade
game,
it essentially?
with regards to both kind of like puzzling, world exploration, and enemy combat and all that kind of stuff. And then it's through the talent system.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
When you go into that, it's kind of like each of those spells has ways to kind of like advance and grow and change.
Okay.
And as you spend talents, in some cases, it even
Okay, so you can advance
changes
it.
like the way you approach the battlefield and things like that. So I'd say that's no more true than with like dark arts, for example.
Right.
And as you go down that line and you kind of play around with those talents, it really does start to kind of like affect even how you approach
The hands
combat
again.
and how you think about the
Also,
battlefield.
I'm sorry.
I won't be
That
touching
book
dark
looks
art
cheap.
Stuff, but I know
That
many
collector's
of you guys
edition
will be.
book
Maybe on your second playthrough?
Yeah, second playthrough. Yeah.
looks
Sorry.
cheap.
Hufflepuff
Sorry.
coming. Hashtag soon.
I bought it, but it looks cheap.
I want to close off with this question, and this will be for everybody, and we'll start with Boston. With this game that you guys have been working on for however long, and the excitement you guys have, what's one aspect of Hogwarts
It looks
Legacy
so bad.
that you
Look
are
at that thing
excited
barely
for
floating.
the fans to experience? Boston.
I think I'm just excited for the fans to play through the world, specifically the castle, and maybe go read those books again. I hope that whether you're already a fan and love this game, or this
That's
is your
what I
first
keep
introduction
looking at
to the
is
world,
that
I
book.
hope we just point at each other. in the
It's
best
gonna be
way
sitting on one of my
possible.
shelves one day.
I'm just excited for fans to get to finally go to Hogwarts and feel like they can own it and live there. I've lived there for 5 years. It's a great place to live. Official 5th year.
It's really funny because I want to give a different answer and I will, but I actually feel like the most honest answer is really similar. Because my favorite thing when
Now everyone in
when
chat
running
is just
around, playing
thinking
the
about
game
that
and getting to
stupid
know,
spinning
Hogwarts
wand.
Legacy.
It just looks
Boston
so
knows it 'cause
cheap.
she knows the school and the lore better than I do, and thank God, right? Because you want the person architecting it to really know that.
Yeah.
But when I rewatch the films or I'm rereading passages from the books, there's a different relationship to those things having played the game.
Right.
And so it's really looking over the edge and seeing location. I'm like, oh my God, I'm right there. And in the movie saying, I know what's around that corner in the film. Like if you go down this way, there's actually a thing over here, and there's this person over here, and this thing
Interesting.
happened, and it just adds all this richness to everything that you already love.
And not just that, but you're going to add your own story.
Yeah.
So you know what happens around that corner because you did something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the quick answer, just to have something different, is I just love being on a broom. I just love looking at the whole world and just being like, okay,
So
I can just
did they
go.
improve the broom flying? Because that also looked a little
There's
wonky.
just something
I hope so,
exhilarating
because
about it that
that's
feels very different
something I'm
in that
excited
kind of
for.
open air and on that thing. It just like it's kind of incredible. Yeah.
He likes it.
And
Must be
wrapping
better.
it up, for me, it's just bringing the community together with it and sharing those stories because it is
Very
your story.
community manager
You are going to be writing.
answer.
This is your unique experience within this, and even within the things that are the same, it's going to be your unique experience. It's different from mine. It's different from. We're all approaching it from different places, and I think that's going to be really cool the way that everybody brings those things together. All right, and that's everything that we have to show you today. I know maybe it wasn't everything you wanted to see, but it was a whole lot of stuff. Character creator, a little mini tour of Hogwarts there, just a small part of it, a little bit of combat. And we do have some more stuff coming up for you in the future. Hogwarts Legacy releases on February 10th, 2023.
Yeah,
is
it does.
available for pre-order now. But that's going to do it from us. We're going to leave you with a little something else. But for now, bye.
The Ravenclaw companion. Come on. Come on. Okay. Tease and Merlin. So this is their new pseudo trailer. Oof. Level 18, so at least 18 levels. That just cut very weird. Available digitally and physically on... And it just cuts. Usually it like cuts out a bit. Okay. Well, when this is done loading. Oh, Professor Lynette. Hey. We're going to go back. But initial thoughts are the game looks good. I mean, I'm more excited now than ever. I need to make some content on it, but I think combat's going to be the first video, and then I'll have 1 or 2 videos at probably Monday or Tuesday next week. Thank you guys for watching. Drop a thumbs up to help push this video out to other people. Couldn't be more excited for you guys hanging out with me. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you in the next video.